Morning everyone. 7:28, it's on Wednesday. Nearly there. A few more days left. So, need to get some coffee, wake myself up, probably a bacon sandwich, maybe something sweet. We've got Roger's Ducato in today, Fiat Ducato. It's converted into a camper van. We have a big commercial rear camera to put on the back. Well, it's not, the camera's tiny, but you know what I mean, long lead. So commercial camera to go on the back to give him a rear view. He's already got an aftermarket head unit in there that's been fitted not correctly, and they've done some funky stuff with the steering control harness, and the dash is flashing, things are not happy. So we've got to sort that out. I've also ordered him a set of OE fog lights, which we've got to cut the bumper and fit them, relay switch and everything, so he's got that. And that's today, so it's quite a lot of stuff to do. I'm hoping I kind of rattle through the reverse camera, because that's kind of like the time consuming thing of getting under the vehicle and running the camera end to end. And then once that's done, we kind of jump on with the head unit, sort the wiring for the stereo. And then that leaves me basically switches or switch relay, bit of cabling, and then trying to fit the fog lights. Now he doesn't have factory fog lights, so I'm kind of hoping the bracket is there to hold them. I've ordered an OEM fog light with, it's got like 4 little mounts, and the lens itself is kind of off to one side, it's kind of angular. We've got, yeah, to try and mount those, and hopefully that they'll sit onto a factory location without causing a problem. But you know, time will tell. We shall see. We are at, I think I saw 1288 on subscribers, so we're nearly at 1300, which is awesome, really cool. I'm very pleased with that. We've had some comments, the regulars. Nige, morning. USMC, you're welcome about the part numbers, dude, for the mats anytime. Michael and all the other people that get involved, thank you. Nice to see some comments and chat. But it's a wet day by the looks of it. It's very overcast. We're due to get spots and spots of rain all day, and then I think Saturday it's supposed to brighten up, which is yeah, when we kind of leave, we will be getting down to Dover on Friday afternoon, sort of evening, checking into the hotel. We're staying overnight. We've got an early ferry, early start. I think we're up at 3, ferry at 5, so we've got to be there for 4. Obviously we'll get into France probably around about 6, and then we've got, I think, a couple of hour drive, 2 or 3 hour drive down to a place we go called Honfleur, and we have breakfast in this little fishing village. It's really, really pretty. So that's the plan, but we should arrive on Saturday when the weather's supposed to pick up and everything be warm and lovely. But as of then, I don't care, I'm on holiday. So Friday morning, yeah, I'm going to be in full-on holiday mode. Oh, Thursday, I've been speaking with a guy, I want to say Victor, but I don't think it is. Anyway, been speaking with a guy who's got these wheels that I want. He's holding them for me, bless him, and I'm going to try and get down there Thursday afternoon. We're going to take a little road trip down, me and a buddy called Rory. He's going to come with me. But yeah, we're going to poodle down past Portsmouth, past Hayling Island, go down to a place called Chelsea, and pick up some wheels for this thing. And then I can drop them off with Rob, get them split, separated, check for straightening and stuff like that, make sure they're all true, and get them off and painted. And then when I come back, all I've got to do is buy some 20s. Yes, they are 20s. What's this guy doing? I do love taxi drivers. They're actually staring at the passenger when you're talking to them. No, you should be looking at the road. Fucking worrying. Very worrying. Hold a conversation not by looking at somebody. Yes, they are 20s, so they should fill up the arches nicely, but they are also They are split rims and they are forged. So there's a little insight. See if you can guess what they are in the comment section. But gonna get breakfast. I'll see you in a bit, guys, when we've got the camper in. Hump day, happy hump day. Halfway through the week. A day and a bit to go. See you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everyone. So we got our first one in. It's a Fiat Ducato camper. Obviously we've got to do a couple of things to it. We've got to put a Pioneer in it, fascia kit, CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got a Pioneer 250 DAB. We've also got to put a rear camera on it with the cables run down and underneath, and then we've got to scoot down underneath the van to the front. We've got a head unit to do. Fascia kit, which will be that one there, which is going to go in here, and then we've got to stop the dash from flashing because at the minute he's got a bit of an issue with the lead, that when he plugs it in, apparently the vehicle really doesn't like it, so we've got to look at that. So all our bits and bobs in there, and we've also got front fog lights to fit. Now I've bought the OE fog lights. That's the original ones, the kind of vents that we're left with. And I've bought OE replacements, which are these little badges. Now hopefully we've got the mounting for them, if not I'm going to have to make something up. But obviously we've got a bulb in there, there's our fog light, so we'll get these fitted. But we're going to start with a camera first, do the hard bit of the camera, then we'll look at the head unit, and then the last thing is going to be the fog lights. They've put the microphone on the dash there. Customer wants it put at the top in the proper place, so we're going to move that as well. But let's start with a brake light first. See you in a bit. How we doing, guys? Right. Oh, this was a long one. Okay, so what we've basically got: factory radio, Ducato camper. Factory radio has been removed, and we've put in the Pioneer with the customer's fascia kit. Now, a couple of things to note: the mileage is flashing because the canvas box that he's been supplied is shorted out. So the little black box down in there that's supposed to do things like steering control, reverse signal, the box is dead. So we've rewired an ignition anyway. I've put in a couple of switches just down there. One of them is for the reverse camera, which we've fitted, which is just there, and the other, fog lights. So factory looking on the front. We've removed the covers, taken apart the bumper so the customer can keep these, and we've put in the factory fog lights. So we've got one there and one there, and they look really nice. Obviously mounted onto the standard locations. We've got the OE aerial working, the DAB and the FM. I've moved the microphone for him because it was up here, and it's now up in the correct place up there, and run the cables round and in. We have fitted the factory USB extension in the glove box. It was a conversion coming out of there, but I never like using these because these things tend to fail, and then your CarPlay stops, and then you're kind of up shit creek without a paddle. So we haven't used the factory inputs. I've advised him to use the lead. And then at the very back, we've got our reverse camera up there looking down onto his bumper. And with this one, as you saw, straight along here, all the way down there at the bottom of the vehicle, across to the left, all the way down underneath. Lots of cable ties, lots of jiggery, lots of poking. Using axle stands so I don't get crushed. And he's done. So we're just going to run through some stuff with the customer. These steering control buttons will never work because this steering wheel doesn't come from this vehicle, and it didn't come spec'd with one. But we can get the right lead to stop that mileage flashing. So for now, a little victory. It's cool, loving that. Loving the old foggies. With a relay up front, all fused and whatnot, protected safely. But we're going to go and get him in, let him have a look at it, run through the stuff. I'll see you in a bit. Right then everyone, we are done for Wednesday. Camper's gone. All good. So reverse camera, screen, all the bits and bobs, all the trimmings, all the switches, all the relays, all good. I think they're up near Coventry way, those two. So nice for them to make the journey because nobody else would touch it. Or they kept getting mixed information about whether it was possible or not, or Fiat had told the guy that he'd broken his radio by plugging in an aftermarket unit and it was going to be really expensive. Anyway, it's done. We just need to get him a new lead to stop the dash flashing, but I'll sort that when I get back from holiday. So I'm signing off the video as I head home because we've run out of time today. It was an all-day job. Tomorrow morning I've got one of these coming in, but the guy is a taxi. His son's fitted his Pioneer, but he's not done it right and there's stuff not working. So we've got to look at that, rewire the Mercedes to work with his Pioneer and camera and all the other bits and bobs. And then me and Rory are jumping in this. We're scooting off down to the south coast. Gonna go and pick up the wheels for this and bring them back. So I will see you bright and early in the morning. Thank you for supporting the channel if you have. If you haven't and you're just flicking through videos, come on, press a button, show some support. It helps. Otherwise all of this just becomes pointless and we stop doing it. Somebody giving it beans. But anyway, I'm off home. I'll see you all in the morning. See you later, guys.